Energy is fire, conversation is right. If you say tonight, baby, I might let you say all of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Different kind of blue. Starry in the daytime. Found my living proof with you. I'm like lose. All of me. Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I be lying. Treat you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I be lying. Read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something you gon' like it. Chemistry is science. Better than what you was fantasizing.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Tonight. Hey, Tawana, how you doing?
Hey, girl. I missed y'all. I was like, oh my goodness. Y'all was holding it down, though. You and Erica. Y'all was giving them the tea, honey, while I was out on vacation.
How was vacation?
It was vacation, I needed a vacation, but I'm back. First of all, I ain't take no vacation from reality TV though. I was watching everything.
You was watching everything while you were on vacation.
But I was just, I'm still in the loop, y'all.
Still the loop, okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Do not forget to join our Facebook group. Yes. The two ladies. Mm-hmm. Okay. Post about stuff, ask us questions, let us know what y'all want to hear about. Or if y'all got questions about what's going on in these reality TV streets, because usually we know the tea behind the scenes and what's going on. We always kind of do further investigation.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Y'all let us know, but don't forget to join the Facebook group. Hopefully it's in the link somewhere. I guess somebody will post it in the chat. Let people know they can join.
Yes, they can.
Anything else for that, Andrea? I think it's called the Tea Ladies, right? I feel like you can just search Tea Ladies.
It's called the Tea Ladies. It sure is.
All righty. Well, I guess we're gonna get into it, right? Just
Yeah.
talk about what we got going on. But let's get into our topic for the week.
Hold on 1 minute.
No problem. I feel like, reality TV, there is a lot of couples on reality TV, and there is a lot of married couples on reality TV. And so what we look at, it's just a lot of different shows. Some of them cater to marriage, some of them are not about marriage, but married couples kind of, are on there as an example.
Mhm.
And so I think the question came up is just kind of, can a marriage survive reality TV? What are your thoughts on that?
I think marriage can rely on reality TV, but I think the couples have to be married long before they got on reality TV. If they just they just got married on reality TV, I don't think they'll work. But if they've been married at least 15, 20 years and then did reality TV, I think they got a stronger bond and a stronger lasting love. I think when you just marry and you just got on reality TV, they're gonna start showing the cracks in your marriage already.
I know, because you're right, because like if you look at Dr. Simone
Yes.
and Dr. Heavenly, like they were married years before they came on reality TV. Then they're
Even
still
Jackie
going
and
strong.
Curtis,
Even
but I don't think reality TV hurt Jackie and Curtis. I think Jackie working too damn much hurt Jackie and
yeah.
Curtis.
I think he ventured off, right? But they even still are together, back together, still working on their marriage.
That's what he wanted. I think it was almost a wake up call to
Mhm.
his wife and saying, "Look, slow down. I need you. I'm alone most of the time. I understand you want your business and you want your profession. That's good, but you need to spend time with me." So I think what happened with them, it was a wake up call to Jackie.
Yes. But Candy and Todd, even though they met, they're still going strong. I know, but they still going strong.
Yeah,
But
but see, at the end of the day, is Candy been in the business for a minute, so and then Todd would be in the business, so I don't think. I think they was already ready for being settled down. They was ready for her finding somebody. Todd was ready to find somebody, so
but
that's
if
why.
you look on the flip side, Mel and Martell, they were married long before
But,
they came on.
Mel and Martell had some red flags before they even got married. To be honest, they said he was already cheating before he got with.
He was cheating.
Walk her down the aisle.
And
So,
then the assistant tried to tell her or something. One of his somebody tried to tell her.
I blame Mel for being dumbass, okay?
Yeah.
Because if the assistant say he already cheating, why he got potential to cheat? He's it's a high potential to cheat. So why you want to deal with that?
So if the foundation is already set, if y'all already been married, if y'all already got the tools, your marriage is gonna survive anything. It's gonna survive even reality TV. But if you have issues and you come on reality TV,
that heightens the issue.
It's gonna be heightened because you gonna make mistakes on camera. As you can see, Toya and Eugene, she continues to say crazy stuff.
Like Eugene's a little different because he doesn't require a lot from Toya.
No.
Then Eugene, I still think Eugene, I don't know Eugene. I gotta know Eugene's backstory. So some tells me even if he's not happy in that marriage, he gonna say to them boys get 18. I want to know his backstory. So some tells me that he's that kind of man. I got kids now. I want to see them through. I want to make sure they have a good life.
But Toya is beautiful. I think a lot of it is that she's a very beautiful woman, and aesthetically, I think he's attracted to her. I think that he does stand up for things. Like you see this last episode, I've never seen him so angry at the cast.
Yeah, so I think something else is going on with Eugene.
But he went off. I think
COVID had affected him, and he's not really talking about it. Because when I watched the confessional, when he said people was dying left and right, I still think Eugene needs to get some help because I believe that COVID and how everything happened is still affecting him right now.
Yeah, but him and Toya have survived regardless, and people have given her all type of backlash. People have called her controlling. They've said all these things about her. She's lazy. She don't contribute nothing. Eugene sticks by his wife, and they have been married throughout this whole thing. So I believe that marriages can last. But if you look at people like Teresa Giudice, right? Like her and her husband, they were married for a long time before they came on.
Joe was already cheating on Teresa. It was we're on the street. He was cheating on Teresa.
Oh,
yeah. Joe was a big player in New Jersey.
But see, when she went to prison is when it really kind of broke down. I mean, and a lot of it is because she's in the limelight. They found out she wasn't paying taxes. He wasn't doing whatever he was doing, and they both served time. But that's when the marriage just completely like.
I think because Joe ended up going. Teresa ended up going to jail, and I don't think she ever forgave Joe
for what she did.
And I believe the heightening of her going to jail, and then her parents dying. I think that the marriage was already over with.
Yeah,
it was just a formality.
But she went to jail first,
yes,
right? And then he stayed with the kids.
Yes,
but he didn't support her like she needed to be supported. She really was upset with him, and then she was like, "Okay, you're not gonna support me while I'm in prison for you something you didn't probably make me do." Mm-hmm. All right, I'm out of there. So I feel like marriage, like you said, if you got a strong foundation, it can survive reality TV. Mm-hmm. But people do a lot to tear marriages down on reality TV. People do a lot of, because look at what happened with Marceau and Letitia. People have been trying to put a baby on Marceau, have been trying to say that he doing this, but nobody has been able to produce anything tangible.
Yeah, so I just don't believe when the smoke is fire. I think that's the internet trying to make smoke, but I believe Tisa and Martell was already solid.
Yeah, they solid.
At the end of the day, Martell married Tisa because he wanted the kids and be a wife.
Yep.
I know somebody like Marcel. Okay, I know somebody real close to me like him. Okay, I don't like that person, but I know somebody like him.
Okay? I know several men like that as well.
But at the same time, he has to evolve because Tisa is evolving now. The kids are getting older. She wants something different, and I think the problem is he had to evolve like his wife is evolving.
But he is.
Yes,
he is evolving.
He's starting to evolve,
and that's why
the first season I couldn't stand the man. I was like, oh hell no, I can't stand him. But now I hear about his depression. I hear how he's saying the grind of being a man, the grind of trying to take care of the family, how that was depressing him. And I guess he didn't come from money, so it's a struggle to try to make sure his family come from money and have a legacy. So I can hear that he's evolving now.
Yeah, and the fact him and Maurice and Kimmy, they've lasted as well. I think that when his mindset around marriage is real solid too, because he don't even consider divorce. Divorce is not an option for him. It's not even a conversation. Like
back in the day, the new generation, they said divorce is an option now.
Yeah,
I'm unhappy. You getting on my nerves. Divorce. Back in the day, my parents didn't believe in getting divorced.
No,
you stick it through. You do the best you can. Blah blah blah. But this new generation is like, I'm out.
Right, like Princess and Ray J, they filed for divorce several times since and then they got back together, and then they file again, they get back together. It's like, people use. I mean, Safari and Erica Mena, by the way, like they got married and they got divorced a year later. Like it wasn't even but 2 seconds that they survived that marriage.
They had them 2 kids. So would I say I don't know if Safari was ready for marriage. I don't even know if Erica Mena was ready for marriage, because she said she want to be married, but sometimes she act like she want to be for the streets.
I was actually shocked at how much she changed, but it's because she had those kids. I think her kids changed her a lot. I think she was really committed to Safari, and she would have stayed married to him. Mm-hmm. But Safari, he was worse than he was.
I think he was lying, and I think he was lying to himself that he can be the husband, the father. I don't think he wants to be the father, but not all the time. He wants to be a part-time father.
Yeah,
like Erica had the kids a lot. I think he still want to be out here for the streets. I'm just being honest. He want to be out here.
Yeah, the things he was doing, he was moving so reckless. I think what he realized was that he really didn't want to be settled down, and he really didn't want to be tied down to no one. And so I do think that reality TV, like you said, heightens problems that are already there. And
Yes.
so it don't necessarily ruin your relationship, but if your husband is insecure, it's gonna heighten that even more, because it's gonna show scenes of you with men or you doing stuff that's kind of shady, and then you'll see the
Even
insecurities come out.
remember Contestant Scott when they said
Contestant Scott.
women was in his DM, sitting in his DM and everything.
And their marriage survived that, which was great that it survived that. But
I still think that they still on. I don't think they're on solid ground, because I don't think that, because she gonna find something else we can be mad about. But I still think that she have kids, and so she don't want to leave Scott, because she wants to be a good mother and he be a good father and have a 2-parent home, because she didn't have a 2-parent home. So she's gonna fight for that marriage because she didn't have a 2-parent home.
yeah, but then see, how do you know if your marriage is going to survive reality TV, and how do you make that decision? Because really, you open your family up to school, you open your family up to a lot of, prying, and there is no privacy. So how do you know, like, okay, my marriage is solid enough, yeah, we can do this reality TV thing and it's not going to affect our marriage? I mean, they take a huge gamble.
Yeah, you know what, I do think this: if I have kids, I wouldn't want my kids on reality TV.
Right.
Because I would want to protect them at all costs, because we people on social media is brutal. So I mean, Toya, Eugene and Toya didn't show their kids that often on the show. They probably showed them like 1 or 2 scenes. But if my kids wasn't on reality TV, it'll be the bare minimum scene.
Right. Not enough for them to get any impressions or have any opinions about the kids. I think that with reality TV, especially the fans and the people who watch, they can be very brutal.
Yes, they can.
And so I think if your marriage is in a sensitive, vulnerable place, you really want to protect it, you might not want to go on reality TV, because these people have no filter. They will pick apart every little thing that you do. And I think sometimes the fans are absolutely wrong. Sometimes they are bullies. Sometimes they are making up stuff. And sometimes they are creating drama that's not there.
For no reason.
So, yes. I mean, but because people read into stuff. They read into it. They have a whole story. You like, wait a minute, where did that come from? All I saw was this.
Even when it comes to like what happened with Garcelle's son, the 14-year-old in the high school, people are on his Instagram being rude and disrespectful to him. He's only 14 years old. He's in high school, and y'all are over here. He didn't ask to be a reality star. His mama wanted to be a reality star, not him. And so I feel like look, let him be a child. Yeah. Let him be. He was in 1 or 2 scenes with his mother. Let him. He didn't ask to be a reality. Leave him alone. People on his social media are just being disrespectful to him.
Yeah, one reason why I did change my IG, my personal IG to private, is because people would come and troll and say things that were like rude to me on my IG, and I'm like, like, what the heck is going on? And see, I only had people who I knew before that, but then when I got on YouTube, everybody started to request to follow me, and I'm like, no, I need to make a secondary page, because they are mean. People are mean.
And you know what?
They say mean stuff.
I still have my IG private. It's only open to who I let in.
Exactly.
If I don't know you, if I don't even go to your page, you ain't getting in. If I know you and we cool, I might let you in. But at the end of the day, I do got a delete button on that IG. Delete, block.
They would come on my wedding pictures and be like, is that even your baby daddy? Or come on my baby's pictures and be like, just saying crazy. I mean, like, people would say crazy stuff. I'm like, they really believe what people say in these YouTube spaces, or they believe what people say in spaces, and it's like, nah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I only got negative things on my TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
On my TikTok, and I had to block some people. But that was the only time I got negative comments on my TikTok, not my IG.
I opened a professional page, and so I let people come on there, and whoever talk crazy on there, I don't care. But when it's like your family and you're sharing personal things about your life, it's like, no, I don't want people on there talking crazy, because these my kids and my family, whatever. So I'm like, all right, they can follow my professional page if they want to, see me, whatever. And and do hateful stuff. But I think, like you said, if your marriage ain't on a strong foundation, don't get your butt on no reality
TV. Them cracks in that marriage, we gonna see it,
baby.
we gonna see it.
Close that marriage.
To me, sometimes like Kelsey Grammer's wife she was on Beverly Hills. I believe they was at the end of their marriage, so he came on that show to help her get some money. So they was getting divorced.
Yeah,
I think some couples do that. They come on reality TV because we over, but we gonna act like we still together, and you gonna go your way, and I'm gonna go my way.
And hopefully I blow up from this and I can create my own wealth and income so that I'm not totally dependent on you. Because they be in those shadows of whoever they are. Kelsey Grammer, she was in his shadow for all them years, and then he left her for that younger woman. And
I do believe that's what happened to Martell and Mel. I believe they both wanted out. They got on this reality TV, and you go your way, I go my way. I believe you cannot tell me that Mel didn't know and Martell had a mission for 5 years. I'm sorry.
She knew, right? She knew. Well, she knew that he had cheated before she got on the show, but I don't think she knew that it was as deep as it was, is what she said. Because I'm sure he downplayed it. So I'm sure he downplayed it.
Word on the street is the mistress and her got the same kind of car, and she went over there to try to destroy the car. I'm confused now.
So she knew.
She knew.
She knew, huh?
She knew.
So I mean, I think, like you said, people don't understand that marriage is a lot of work. It's a lot of drama. I think when people see people go through stuff on reality TV, they're really confused. Like, is this how marriage is? Like, this is crazy. But some of the stuff that people go through, it's really like real life. It happens.
Infidelity happens in marriages. Women cheat, men cheat. You're not being happy in your marriage.
Communication issues.
You have social issues. You have money issues. The kids are going off of college, and now you don't know if I like this person anymore. That really happens in real life.
You get disconnected. It's all kinds of stuff. I mean, so I think that it does really show what marriage represents, and then sometimes it doesn't. It's like it's not a true representation of marriage. And it's like Princess and Ray J. No, that's not a true representation of marriage.
It's not a true representation.
Safari and Erica, that's not a true representation of marriage.
You ain't gonna just be living in LA and then I'm in Miami now. When are you doing that? What kind of money you got? So
but on the flip side, Dr. Jackie and her husband, that is a true representation. Like marriage can, if you neglect one of your spouse, that can potentially happen where someone can come into your marriage and invade that. So I think that that's a true, scenario. I think that's something that people should really look at.
But Dr. Jackie and her husband, they loved each other. They had a foundation. So I knew they was gonna work it out. Because they loved each other back in the day when she lost both of her breasts and when she had cancer. So he loved it through all that.
Jackie.
He loved it through all that. So I definitely feel like they was gonna work things out.
Yeah, and they worked things out, and I'm so happy that they did, because I was like, that hurt me when because Jackie was very hurt by that, but I
think Jackie was more hurt because it got out on everybody's TV.
But she understood her role and why.
Yes, she did take accountability.
Curtis, she understood. She didn't excuse it, but she understood what role she played in that, because she did play a role, and she knows that. I'm glad Simone and her husband worked it out.
Oh yeah, I do like Simone and Cecil. I believe, and I'm glad Simone didn't pull the trigger and got divorced, because but I do believe living in separate houses is a contributing factor.
Yeah,
he was living over here, he was living over there with the kids. And she was like, she got too comfortable over at that house by herself.
Yeah, they was just living two separate lives for a long time. And I mean, marriage get like that too. Sometimes it's like I'm upstairs, husband in the basement. We like, wait a minute, we got to connect. I think marriage can get like that, can get mundane. You got to really work on that. So I think, like you said, marriage can survive.
I think the dating process every day. You got to date your husband. You gotta have date nights. You gotta do things that that the kids is not involved. That it's just you two before you had kids.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we have examples of marriage and working through issues. Even Monique and her husband. It's so many things that we can look at and we can say, okay, there is some good representation. Now, there's a lot of bad ones, don't get me wrong, but it's some good representation out there where you can actually get an idea of what it takes to get through marriage, so people can have a realistic expectation of marriage. Because I don't think people have realistic expectations of marriage.
I think they're not having the real conversation. What do you do when you have kids?
Yeah.
Life is in the way and all that kind of stuff. They're not having the real conversation. Who's working? Who's gonna make stay at home? They're not having the real. It's just things are happening, and now you want to have the real conversation.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
gonna have before this happened to you too.
I feel like people definitely need to not take marriage advice from reality TV. Don't get me wrong, but
I think people should not take marriage advice from people who only been married a year or two.
Yes.
I think people take marriage advice. I mean, if I want to take a marriage advice, let me call my aunts.
Yes.
She don't be on 2 marriages, okay? Yeah. Let me call my other aunt who husband just passed away. Let me call them because
some people don't have those examples, and I get it, because some people don't have people who've been married for years. Hey Dawn, hey honey. I think that like that's important to have those examples. Like I know people been married 50 years, 40 years, 15 years. And if I go through something, like I ask them and then they'll tell me like, this is how we got through this. And so I do think that is helpful to know, to have a reference. But when you don't have that, what do? Right? You looking at these social media networks,
getting married or thinking marriage is all fun and games and lovey-dovey, and it's not.
No.
When a hard time, they ready to run. Oh no, I'm done. I'm out.
Don't get married then.
Yeah.
You know. And I had a girlfriend recently, and she was going through some stuff. And when she called me, I was just like, I mean, marriage is forever. Like it's forever. I don't know what you want me to say. She was not trying to hear that because she front foot out the door. I'm like, girl, you can't leave nobody over that type of stuff. And so she was so angry with me.
It depends on what you think is appropriate to leave, because you can't forgive. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't perfect, but sometimes forgiveness is it's a lot, and it's a thing that it's a deal breaker for me. Yeah. So what is your deal breaker? What is the ultimate deal breaker for you? That's where you saying
that's where you gotta go.
That's when you gotta go.
Yeah, that's where you gotta go.
If you can't forgive and you keep bringing that up, that's not good for the person either.
No, it's not. It's not. So my husband always say that I'm very forgiving. Once I forgive you, it's like I forgive and I can move past it, and then I can be back normal. If we healed from it and we apologize and make mistakes, but like some people, they hold on to it for a very long time. And so
there's no point in you making the other person miserable.
Yeah, it's like I ain't got time for that, because I'm very like
forgiving. Forgive and work on your marriage, then do what you gotta do. But if you don't forgive and you're gonna keep making him pay, then that's not good for either one of y'all.
Yeah. And so I think, like you said, marriages do survive reality TV. We see evidence of marriages surviving reality TV, people who go through multiple seasons. But we also see, and I guess it's always going to be both. It's never going to just be a whole bunch of successful marriages that come from reality TV. If you look at shows that specifically do matchmaking and try to put marriages together, you see those shows, they fail sometimes, and sometimes they're successful. Even when you watch like Married at First Sight, you see there's some couples that are thriving, that's still married, been married 5 and 7 years. But then you have those couples that don't make it past decision day and do not get married. They just don't stay married. So
they realize I ain't feeling you. I'm not feeling you for the rest of my life. So
So it's going to be both. It's going to be people who survive it. I think what we both are saying is, if your marriage is not in the best place, don't come on reality TV trying to save your marriage.
You're about to get a divorce. Okay?
I don't care if it's couple therapy, whatever it is, it's just going to highlight all the bad stuff going on in your marriage. If your marriage already have a solid foundation, nothing's going to break it, not even reality TV. So let's talk about hit it or quit it. I know we got a few things. What do you think about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Is it a hit it or quit it?
It's a hit.
It's a hit.
It's a hit
It's a hit
for
this
me.
year.
It's a hit for me. I'm loving it, but I'm confused about Young Jock. I'm confused. Because one girl said she been in a relationship with him 13 years. He over here marrying Kendra, and then they say he got an outside baby. I'm like, huh?
What?
Really?
He already got 14 kids. I'm confused.
I'm
Like,
like, Jock, how you paying for all these kids?
let me say this. Yes, hit it. Go ahead and hit it. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do think that it is a ratchet show. Like, I'm going to tell y'all that it ain't like, it's a ratchet show.
Yes.
So if you going to hit it because you just need to be entertained, you want to laugh, it's going to make you go ahead.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of foolishness going on that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah, a lot of foolishness going on.
Like, it is just, I mean, they getting crazier and crazier. Safari and Erica Mena gonna show their face on there.
Yes.
You know, Snappy and his, you know, his wife, they're having trouble, but I think they're trying to work through it. But then you got she's pregnant now. What's her name again? I can't even think of her name. You know who I'm talking about. She's pregnant. She didn't hid her pregnancy for 6 months from her family.
That's on Miami.
Oh, she on Miami. I thought she was on Atlanta. Okay, I'm switching shows.
What did you think about Jock's baby mama asking baby mama about the child coming to the wedding? And she said, we're gonna be in California, Jock. You never asked me to the last minute. I personally feel like if Jock wanted his kids to come to the wedding, he should have been asked baby mama a month or two ago, not at the last minute and think I'm gonna change my plans because we're gonna be in California. And you know, I think Jock was afraid to tell her he was getting married. I think he was afraid of, but if you're gonna get married to somebody, he's gonna be your kid's stepmother. You should have been told your mother of your children.
Go ahead and tell her.
And I think it's the ultimate disrespect that think my kids are gonna stop what they're doing. We on vacation because you're getting married. You should have been told me. And I would have made.
You know what though? I will let my kids participate because that's their father. And regardless, like
you don't let them.
I would.
You would.
I would because it's their father, and it's like. I would never want to not because she's going to California to see her mother.
Yes,
but they could make arrangements after the wedding. I don't come back there. You know what I mean?
The problem is he should have been man enough to tell her, look, I'm married and blah blah blah. Whatever y'all had going on ain't gonna be no more. Because I still think he was kicking with her too.
Jock probably still sleeping with all the baby mamas.
So my thing is this. I mean, he should have been honest with the mother of his child, and because you got twins by him, she should have been honest with her and told her, look, I'm getting married. But wait till the last minute. I got a problem with that.
Right. I just feel like what did Erica say? She said, I'm convinced that so much of that stuff on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta puts out is over planned and script for TV. Okay. And you don't think it's like real? Because I mean,
Jock and that baby mama always has some issues. I don't think that was fake. I don't think she was faking at all. Them two always had some issues. So I think that I still think he did not properly tell her, look, I'm getting married. I want my kids in the wedding, blah, blah, blah.
But see, Jock, he got 14 kids. Like, that's a real. That's that ain't scripted. What is Kendra gonna do with him? He already got 14 kids. Like,
my kids are on here. I wouldn't be like, huh?
It's too many children. I mean, I can't even think about having children with somebody that already got 14. And I know some of them are adults, or at least he got a few adult kids, but still, he's like out here still making kids. But then there's a rumor about him having a baby with some side chick that already, now she's pregnant or whatever.
Yeah. So
because he's made it clear to Kendra that he want more kids. Kendra was like, I'm not having no kids with you. But I feel like he's still out here populating and breeding. Like, what's going on with him?
I still think, I don't know. It seemed like Kendra wanted this wedding and wanted to be married. Yeah. And I think Jock is a type of man that's just not ready to be married. He need to be in his 60s. How about that?
Yeah, he gotta wait until
nothing
is working no more. He just
out here popping them and he for the streets. And so he ain't.
So what you think about Love and Hip Hop Miami? Because both are airing at the same time this season. So you watch both of them.
Love and Hip Hop Miami, Shay. hiding her pregnancy for 6 months.
I know.
I don't understand that. I understand hiding it for 2 months because we had fallopian, the fallopian stuff. I get all that. But 6 months from your mama and your brothers, and I want to know who the father is. I don't care about the pregnancy. Tell me who the father is. Okay, just tell me who the father is.
Well, you sound like her mama. Her mama like, what you mean? Where's daddy at? Ain't he gonna be in the room with us? What you talking about?
Yeah,
no.
So
She has left him out. So I mean, the father is kind of non-existent. I know she said it was someone she was with, and they were just in a sexual relationship, and I guess he just don't want to have nothing to do with the baby. But I'm not certain what's going on with that situation. I know that it's out now. I think people know who he is, right? I feel like we know who he is. I don't know, but it's gonna come out. But Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Miami, they both are hits now. I just literally started watching Miami because at first Trick and Trina, I wasn't really interested. Like I was just kind of like,
I'm not interested. I'm interested in Bobby. I like Bobby.
Okay.
I'm interested in Shay. I don't really care about Trick and Trina and her cousin and Trick's to be ex-wife. I don't care about them. But something about them I can't stand. Okay, I'm not.
Now Ray J and Princess is on this franchise.
I do like Ray J and Princess, and Noriega and his wife was on there. I do like them. So I liked it.
So let's talk about this whole Flo and Marlon situation on this Miami. Now, the Queen of Compa. The Queen of Compa.
Marlon was already cheated on the first season. Okay, Marlon was cheated on the first season. Do you think Marlon
forgave Marlon?
Marlon ain't gonna change. She gonna stay with him. Marlon's gonna cheat. Marlon's gonna do what the hell he want to do because he act like he don't have no respect for his wife. Period.
But he didn't slept with the best friend of the sister.
Yes.
Now
the cousin.
He done slept with the sister. He keeping it all in the family. He can't cheat with outside women. Why is he messing with all of the women with it? Y'all got to watch that because that's definitely a hit this season. I kind of like. I mean, I like Trina on this season too, and I really, I wasn't really trying to be a fan of her like that, but I liked her on this season. I don't know about the guy she dating. I'm still trying to feel that situation out.
I don't know about him. It's something don't make me.
It's just I don't get it.
He done Bobby. I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not really feeling that, and so I care less.
Yeah, I think that's something at least it's binge worthy. Like, go ahead and hit it. It's binge worthy. They got a few episodes out now, so you can kind of watch it and kind of get a sense of what it's all about. So yes, go watch that. Now let's talk about this, The Family Chantel.
Okay, I didn't see that.
You haven't seen Family Chantel? Okay. The Family Chantel is a spinoff from 90 Day Fiancé. Okay. And so Chantel and Pedro, they've got married. They've been married for 6 years now. Okay. And so the family was always suspicious that Pedro was just trying to marry her for a green card, but he's been married to her for 6 years.
United States? Pedro's not from the United States?
Pedro is from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And his mother is a lawyer there, but she's a lawyer to help people come to America. And so it's like a scam type thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of accused Pedro of really just trying to be with Chantel to get to America. Okay. Now it's been 6 years, and from what they call them the Sankey Pankies. And I guess they call them that because they come here, they stay married for a little bit of time so it won't look suspicious. And then they get out of the marriage and they just start to flip and become nasty, dismissive. They don't like their wives no more. And then they get out of the marriage because now they got their green cards. They good. They don't need their wives no more.
So they come over to the United States. They come over to the United States. They marry these women, and they get a green card. And then after the limit of time is up, they divorce these people.
They start acting crazy to the point where either the woman gonna leave you or you gonna get a divorce at some point. And Pedro is kind of doing something similar. It's like this year, he's very successful. He has a real estate business. He's doing all this stuff. And he just completely flipped. And now he is just no longer in love with his wife. And he's just, going crazy. But I will say that this is a really good show. If you haven't seen it, you can actually go binge the previous seasons first, so you can kind of see where
Okay.
they
Is it second
started.
season? Is it second season?
Yes, I don't even know if this is the second or the third, but it's
Okay.
definitely so Chantel and Pedro got their little spinoff, and they are, they're married. They're trying to work through all their issues. Her parents have been married for over 40 years. It's
Okay.
her family is on the show, and then Pedro's family is on the show
Okay.
as well. And so you get to see his side of the family from Dominican Republic. You get to see her side of the family from Atlanta, and you see how that dynamic is working. But I think it's a show that's worth binging. There is some issues going on with Chantel and Pedro right now. Pedro is kind of headed toward divorce, and he don't want to be with her no more. You see him kind of flip, and so everybody's calling the question whether he literally married her just to get a green card, and whether it's like
married 6 years.
Yes, and whether it's been a scam this whole time, like whether he's just really kind of used her. And then there's been blogs about him being with a lighter Dominican woman. So, saying that he never liked her because she was darker, and he really wanted a lighter woman. So it's a lot of rumors going on around here.
Her at?
He met her. She was doing some kind of study abroad type situation or something, and he met her there. So she was there. That's how they fell in love. Oh, no, a friend hooked them, like introduced them.
Okay.
And then that's kind of how they met.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I thought it was true love until I seen this season, and now I'm a little suspicious. Now I'm like, you don't just flip just because of some of the stuff that he's saying. It's really, to me, either we're missing stuff or he really is in it for the wrong reasons. So check it out, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, because maybe when we binge it, we'll talk about it and see what's going on, because there's some more shows coming up.
It's on where? It's on what?
It's on TLC, I believe. Yeah, it's a TLC show. So the Family Chantel, that's something I think we should hit. Yeah, y'all should hit. Now, Black Ink Chicago. Erica said Pedro outside. Now I know that's right. I feel like that's exactly, they are a mess. Pedro is really, he's out here just wanting to be free. He did not want to be married to Chantel anymore, and she fought for her marriage. When I tell you, Andrea, she fought for her marriage.
Okay, what did she fight? How did she fight for her marriage?
Girl, and she can't stand his mama, but she done flew to Dominican Republic to have a conversation with the mama. She was willing to apologize to the mama and everything because she wanted her marriage so bad. She has begged Pedro to stay with her. She says she feels, and she's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
Beautiful. Like when I tell you, I mean, she probably could get any man, she could probably get another man easy. But I think that she really loved Pedro and she really wanted to be with him. But you can see that he is like disconnected. He's not interested in her anymore. He don't want to be married, and you can't force a person.
It's out. I'm gonna have to check this out.
You gotta check this out though. I really think that's a hit it, y'all.
Okay.
Let's talk about Black Ink Chicago. Shout-out. Do you watch Black Ink Chicago?
I watched the first couple of seasons, and
you ain't seen this one.
I ain't seen this one, and I stopped not liking Ryan.
Oh, tell me why you don't like Ryan. So what Ryan do?
Ryan was an asshole. He's straight up asshole.
Well,
I stopped liking Ryan because it's like he almost, it feels like, man, yeah, you started the tattoo shop, but it almost like he got too big for his britches. He was doing stuff that it wasn't out the ordinary. He was just like, I stopped liking it. So it turned me off. And when some turned me off, I stopped watching it.
So that's acquitted to you, huh? Black Ink Chicago was acquitted.
I ain't watching it.
Oh my God. So Black Ink Chicago, it's a hit it for me. Now, y'all know I'm from the Chi-Town, so I guess I gotta support my Chi-Town folks. But
I did like what's the girl who had the two babies? Charmaine. I like this. Charmaine was my favorite one.
Charmaine, now they kind of branched off and she separated from Ryan. She got her own shop.
Okay.
Ryan really, in this season, he stole all her artists. They all work for his shop now. They've quit Charmaine's shop. And there's some issues with Charmaine. I mean, she did lose her mom, her dad. She had 2 children, and I
Yes.
think she dropped the ball on the business a little bit. She
Mhm.
stopped ordering, like they didn't have supplies they needed, they didn't have stuff they needed, and she still wanted them to pay booth rent. And
Oh,
so I
okay,
think the
okay.
artists were kind of like fed up with her. And then Ryan, he's an
And,
actual artist. He
okay.
got his, he's been in business for a long time. He knows this
Yeah,
industry. And
yeah.
so a lot of her artists kind of transitioned to
Over
work
there.
for Nine Mag now. So everybody
If
works
they
for
was
Nine
really,
Mag.
Ryan was really Charmaine's friend. He
Yeah.
was like, "Girl, I know you probably going through postpartum depression. Your mama died." Because Ryan knew Charmaine's mom, so
Yeah,
I'm
he
thinking
did.
if it was really friends, he would go over there and help her and,
Hmm.
and help her lift her up and try to help her to keep her thing. But what they say, no loyalty in friends.
Well, Ryan's position is that he have helped her. He feels like he's done enough. He's helped her, and it's draining him and it's draining his business at this point. I mean, because he has been there. He did come to the funeral. He did step, he had her back because whatever. But I feel like at this point, he's kind of like, look, I got to look out for my own business. I can't drop the ball on my own business trying to help your business
But
grow.
didn't he drop the ball when he was chasing after his baby mama? I'm just asking some questions there.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him and his baby mama, but I know that they are completely over, which is crazy because they were back and forth all
Yeah,
these
that's
seasons.
the whole point. I'm saying,
Yeah.
then he dropped the ball when he was chasing her, when she was giving him the business, when she was running out of LA. So I don't want to hear what Ryan got to say.
I mean, don't she got a baby by Jeremiah and all
Yes,
kinds of,
she
I
do.
don't know. She
Yeah,
got all kinds of stuff
all
going
kinds
on.
of issues. Okay.
Yeah, she got all kinds of, but Charmaine and her husband Neek, by the way, I love them. They have such a cute relationship and dynamic, and Neek have her back. I do not give a damn because they be trying to like tear her down, call her all kinds of sluts and all kinds of stuff. And Neek always have her back. He do not ever let that interfere with how he feels about
You
his
want
wife.
to call Charmaine a slut?
Oh yeah.
Y'all was over there hipping and creeping in the streets. And
Oh, they was trying to dog Charmaine for the longest.
Charmaine ain't did nothing as much as Ryan and all them guys don't done. Let's be honest and tell the truth.
Okay, they was trying to really dog her out and say stuff and accuse her of giving oral to another employee, but he didn't let none of that interfere with
I think
his love.
he's a solid dude.
He's very solid. They have a really good marriage and relationship.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to film anymore. She has completely stopped filming with Black Ink Chicago. They don't know why. She won't allow them to film her or her family. And I know she's going through so much because, like, for real, she lost her mom and her dad in a short amount of time.
Yeah, and I think her dad ended in having cancer. So
right, he had cancer.
So she lost her
But
mom.
he couldn't live without his wife.
Because I think
he couldn't live without.
I personally think he died from a broken heart.
Yeah,
that's why I personally think he died.
And that literally happens. It happens a lot where
people who've been married so long
they can't live without each other, and then the next one it's like within months of each other. So that's kind of what happens to Charmaine. But yes, Black Ink Chicago. It's for Andrea. It's a quit it for Andrea, y'all. But for me, it's a hit it, y'all. I think y'all should hit it. I love Chicago. Chicago. It is definitely very Chicago. If you from here, the way they act and some of them, because some of them are not from Chicago. Yeah. It's definitely Four and Ryan, like they are definitely Chicago. And I think it's a good show. I like it. Black Ink New York is I don't think it's coming back.
We don't know. It's either gonna be. We don't know. We just don't
know. I think that's over with because Cecil, what's his name? Caesar. He didn't mess it up. Yeah. So I think and there we go. We got Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty, she's still in the in the fold. Miss Kitty's on Black Ink Chicago now. She's still doing her thing. She left New York and came on to Chicago, and so they giving her a little airtime, because she has to up her stop in London.
In London.
Okay. Yeah, she got her partner out there, so they're gonna open up their shop in London. So we're gonna see how they go. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. But yes, Black Ink Chicago, go ahead and hit that. And then let me say this. So I watch everything, y'all. So I'm just I'm I'm trying to give y'all a little taste of what I'm watching. But
Uh-huh.
Selling Sunset has a spinoff called Selling the OC. It's
Selling
just
post.
come out on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
If you have not watched Selling Sunset, first of all, go back and watch Selling Sunset. But
Selling
if you watch Selling Sunset, then you know Selling the OC, you know what it's going to be about. Now, the Oppenheim Group is this real estate firm. It's really big in LA. They have billionaire clients, millionaire clients. They sell $1 million homes, beautiful properties. But
Mm-hmm.
all of the real estate agents are beautiful people. They look like
And this is on
they straight, huh?
what channel this is on? What channel this
This
is
is
on?
on Netflix.
Netflix.
It's a
Okay.
Netflix series,
Netflix here.
and
Okay.
it's really good. The first Selling Sunset has 6 seasons. It's really good, but you
Okay.
can go back and binge Selling Sunset right now. Now he's gotten another spinoff called Selling the OC, and it's look. I've already watched 3 episodes. The whole
Mm-hmm.
entire season is already on Netflix. So I'm like, I'm just trying to get through it real quick, but it's really good so far. It's a
I
lot of drama.
check it out. I'm gonna have to check it
You
out. See
gotta
what.
check it out. It is good. I'm talking about they get real competitive when it comes to that real estate.
Okay.
They get real catty and it's a lot going on, but it's a lot of drama. And the Oppenheim Group is 2 boys that are twins, well, 2 men that are twins, and they literally have had real estate in their family for generations after generations. And so they're just
Okay.
wealthy. And they open up firms in LA and they really go into like the the upper class neighborhoods and they sell real estate and they're selling $1 million homes,
Okay.
double digit homes. And they show the homes, which are beautiful too.
Okay.
But I think that's a real good hit it show if you want a little variety, but you also still want to see some money making. You want to see some people hustling. You want to see how people making it happen in the real estate game, and you get to see some beautiful people also engage in a little drama at the same time. So it's entertaining and it's kind of like, wow, you kind of get to see money, like real money being made. Commissions be $3 million. I'm like, what am I doing? My life is, I need to be in that industry, So I think that's a good hit it.
Okay.
Y'all gotta let me know though. I hope other people, I wonder if other people are watching it. Y'all let me know if y'all are. And finally, Alone. Now, I wish Erica was on here because that's her kind of like she likes shows like this.
Okay.
I do not normally watch shows like, Naked and Alone when they're in the forest and they trying to survive and they got to go through all these, different tests in order to survive. That's what Alone is, right? They're dropped off in a remote location in Canada and other places, and they're
Oh
in the
yeah.
mountains.
I'm gonna watch. It's not a show I'm gonna watch.
But they are like, they have to hunt for food. They have to make their own shelter. They have to survive. And whoever survives the longest
Mhm.
wins 500,000.
Okay.
So they are out there like starving,
Mhm.
can't find food, cold, the shelter. So it's
Yeah.
really crazy. Alone, exactly. I know Erica was gonna like, because she loved like
Yeah.
active stuff or stuff like, where you have to challenge
Um,
your mind, challenge your body. It
no, I'm
is.
hungry. I'm hungry and I'm irritated now, so I can't function if I'm hungry. So no.
Listen, you get to, when you watching that show, once
Uh-huh.
the people start crying or missing a family, I already know they about to give up.
Yeah.
Once they tapping out, once the
Once
last,
I'm hungry, I'm going home. Okay. So no, no,
I'm on where I'm at now. There's 50 days. They've already been out there for 50 days.
mm,
Some of them haven't eaten in 10 days, 20 days.
yeah, yeah,
Some of
yeah.
them don't, like some of them haven't caught and then they're eating squirrels, they're eating rabbits, they're eating beaver, they're eating all these different types of animals because they're eating whatever they can find,
Yeah.
because at this point they're just trying to survive, you know And so some people have gotten sick and had to be medically, removed and things
Yeah,
like that.
I'm going home. I'm hungry. I need to go home and eat a hamburger, some French fries, some carne asada fries, some pizza. I'm hungry. So
But
no.
see, on my favorite person is Juan Pablo, and I'm telling you, Juan, he's so crazy. Like he do not care. He not going home no matter what happens to him. He like, I'm staying on this island. I'm not going. He know how to survive in all kinds of climates and environments,
Hold on,
and
please.
I just really, really want to see Juan Pablo win this, but I don't know who's going to win. There's also a lady for the first time who made it to the final three. And so I'm just really curious, is like, is this woman going to win? Because she is a tough cookie. And so I'm just waiting on this. I'm on the current season, y'all, but I feel like the previous season was just as good. If you haven't seen it, go watch Alone. If you want to just have a break from like drama and the reality TV stuff and who said, she said, and da. If you just really want to see people challenge themselves, survive with little to nothing resources, and just really just be out there, that's a show that I recommend for you to binge. So like I watch everything. I don't care. It don't have to just be drama. It don't have to just be love. I watch all kinds of shows. So Alone is one of my shows that I'm binging at night, and I love it. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. So I'm gonna watch all of them moving forward. But yes, I'm on the current season so far. But I think that's it with our Hit It to Quit It, right? I think we gave them enough to watch. Like we gave y'all enough. Y'all can't keep up with us.
Yes. We gave enough stuff to watch, okay?
Andrea, okay, so let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, child. Because Lord,
The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Did you see how Sandra was like, how the ladies was late on the vacation, how they was being disrespectful to her, how they was, I thought that when they was talking about her at the end of the table, Kenya and what's her name, Sheree was talking about Sandra and how she didn't invite you, and she said Marlo came to me, Sandra. You know what? I like her husband saying, "Don't fuck with my wife." I like he said that, but they made him.
It's Sanya.
Sanya, what her name is? Sanya. What? Okay, girl, your name is Sandra. Okay, Sandra. Too many names for me. Okay, Sanya. Okay. But I like when her husband said that, and Kenya said, "Oh, he's a little aggressive." No, you're mad because her husband said, "Look, don't mess with my wife. You should have been there. If you was gonna be on time, we stayed around for you to come and be late on the bus." So I would have left your ass too. Sandra is good and better than me because I would say, "Bus driver, we up out of here." I would have left her.
Here's the thing that I don't like about Sanya though.
Okay.
She don't even know why the hell she had beef with people. Like Kendra was like, okay, well, Kenya was like, what's your problem? She couldn't even figure out what her problem was. I'm like, Sanya, if you're just trying to secure your spot for next season, then just say that, boo. Because you didn't get into it with Drew for no reason. Now you into it with Kenya, and I don't even know why you mad at Kenya for real. Kenya late to everybody's stuff. Kenya ain't just late to her stuff. So why are you even, as long as she didn't get there, I wouldn't even care.
At the same time is, I'm working. You got a free trip because of Nike, because of me, and you being disrespectful on my vacation. When even Candy said, well, even though I can't stand Candy ass, Candace 100, can't stand her ass, but even Candy said, look, Kenya was on her vacation, ordered her crab with carrot cake or whatever she was ordering, and she didn't care about nobody else. So
first of all you got to do is get Candy a piece of chicken, and she gonna change her whole mind about whatever. Okay, so I ain't got nothing to say about no damn Candy. But this Sanya girl, okay, her husband. Let me tell you why her husband intervened. Because she was losing. She was losing the fight. Okay, she don't even know how to. First of all, he should not have to intervene with women, because you should be able to hold your own fighting against women, and she couldn't. And that's the only problem I had. He stood up because he was so mad because his wife was she was looking crazy out here, and he couldn't do nothing else but get all loud and aggressive and act all crazy.
Wait, you thought he was loud and aggressive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I felt like he stood up.
Look, Ross is an ex-football player. Now that brother know how to get loud and aggressive.
Yeah,
So you're lying if you said he was loud and aggressive. He just said, "Don't fuck with my wife."
Yeah, but he ain't have to curse. I thought that was aggressive to curse. I thought that was too much.
Well, with these black women on this show, you gotta curse to get them to understand what you're talking about. If you say, "Hey, don't miss me,"
but why they show Candy eat?
My wife
ate some food.
You want to curse these women out, okay? Please.
But let me tell you something. I don't care what I do. My husband's never gonna have to jump in for me to when I'm fighting with women. He's never gonna have to do that. I don't see no purpose of him having to defend me against other women. Now, if a man hopped in that conversation and said something directly to, his wife, I would have been like, cool. Now he got now you need to shut it down. But anyway, what I would have done, I would have probably tapped my wife and been like, let's walk away from this table. Like they clowning, they acting a fool, they going after you for whatever reason.
Don't you think Kenya don't take no responsibility? Every time Sandra tried to talk to her, she talking about Mark, the baby. Nobody care about that shit. Nobody cares you going through a damn divorce. You knew Mark didn't want your ass anyway. Let's be honest and tell the truth.
Yeah, because I mean,
what are you talking about? Every time Sandra trying to talk to you about like the stuff that's going on, you bring up, Brooklyn.
It's not related to Brooklyn and Mark, right?
You don't never take accountability. And what Sandra was saying is she started mess for no reason. You on this nice vacation into Jamaica. This is my home. I'm being courteous. My husband if my husband would have, baby, go ahead and say it.
But my opinion about Sanya is that she shouldn't have brought up Kenya. Like, she shouldn't have said that she's using her husband and her child as an excuse. Like, I think that was in poor taste. I think that was below the belt, because at the end of the day, Kenya did have a difficult marriage and she is in a difficult situation.
On this one.
I just don't think I think she should have. I think you can hold Kenya accountable without discrediting how she feel about that situation. I think she could have been like, I completely get that you have been going through issues with Mark, but I still need you to be on time when I have something, and I still need you to show up as a friend. Everything can be related to that, but I don't think she should have got in the confessionals and actually been like, she always using that as an excuse. She does
use the husband. Look, at the end of the day, let's be honest and tell the truth. Mark didn't want her ass, because if he wanted to stay married to her, he'd be in Atlanta with her ass. Mark was always in New York. So that baby they got, it was financial situation. She paid out Mark taxes. Let's be honest and tell the truth about you now, because I gotta be truthful about Kenya. Okay, we're gonna be honest and tell the truth. Mark didn't want to own her. So what are you talking about? A divorce, a baby. He didn't want you. He never moved in the house in Atlanta with her.
Right.
He in New York. So yes, I'm like Sandra, I'm gonna be mad because you're using that baby and Mark to get out of the dumb shit you're doing to me. Period.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't like Sanya though. For some reason.
I don't like Kenya ass. And
I don't.
And I can't say Candy.
I feel like I have some sort of like allegiance to the old cast. Like, I just want to I want to have Candy's back, Kenya back, and all the old cast. Sheree, even, because Sheree was part of the old cast. But I feel like with Sanya, it's like, I don't like the way she came for Drew. And even though I don't even care for Drew like that, but I don't understand why Sanya came for Drew in that moment the way she did. It was just really out of place.
Some of them trying to secure their peace for next year. So I understand that. But Kenya, with her no accountability, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because every time I hear, Mark, the kids, the baby, Brooklyn, girl, shut up.
But did you see in the confessional? Did you see in the confessional when Candy was talking about how she had that shrimp sandwich, or what did she have, a po' boy? And Candy was like, she is the worst host. I can't believe she done brought her a whole sandwich. I mean, a lobster sandwich or whatever that was, that pissed Candy off. Candy was mad.
Candy is a fat girl. Okay, she a fat girl. She like food. Okay, she like food. She loves food, and when you become her food, okay, because she said
was not playing.
How her and Marlo made up. Marlo had a bucket of chicken in the airport. Going back to Atlanta, she said, "Candy want some chicken?" So she a bad girl. She like food. Okay,
That is the funniest thing ever. Because let's talk about Marlo, okay? Because Marlo have hit below the belt a few times. I do.
Why do you think Marlo hit her little belt?
I mean, okay. Yes, the girls, they go low. Don't get me wrong. The girls can get mean, but Marlo, she is dirty with it. She says the most disgusting things. I mean, she's even said, Kenya, that's why your mama didn't love you. Then she goes into why.
Was she wrong? Was she wrong?
Yeah, she's wrong. She's wrong as hell for saying that, because that doesn't mean that because her mom gave her away, does not mean she doesn't love her. Because actually, Kenya's auntie, her mom's sister, raised her or helped raise her, and Kenya's mom still kind of in the know about what's going on with Kenya. You can't say that her mom don't love her just because she gave her away. It was reasons why she gave her away. But here's the thing with Marlo. I just think that she's so dirty. She gets too low for me. She gets like greasy. Like, I don't like the way she fights.
Are you mad that Marlo called Candy a sugar mama?
Yes, I am. I am mad at that.
Because let's be honest and tell the truth. Word on the street is everybody knew Kane take care of men in Atlanta, so that's not a lie.
I don't think she take.
Yes, he did, and that is not a lie. Men have said that she had paid for stuff, so ain't nobody lying on Candy. Just admitted that she was sugar.
But Candy's not. I don't think Candy's a sugar mama. I think Candy dates men who don't make as much as she do, and she doesn't mind date men who make less. She's okay with that because Candy's smart with her money. She ain't gonna spend all she got on nobody. She got a limit and she got a budget for your butt.
So it wouldn't be okay. This is my friend of mine told me it would be said if it wasn't true. So if where it's smoke, there's fire. I believe it's been word on the street that Candy have took care of men. Nobody lied on Candy, and if you so offended by it, and if you so mad about it, if it wasn't true, why you getting mad?
No,
you mad because it's been a truth, and you know
Marlo's dirty. She dirty though. Like, why are you saying stuff like that? I mean, and Marlo, she got a shaky past. I would not be talking.
Marlo ain't lied about her past. She said she was in foster care. She stabbed them. She sliced a woman's face. That's why Bravo would never.
And you can see she aggressive. She crazy. That's what I'm saying. Something wrong with Marlo. She got issues. She goes too far. I mean, I think it's shade, and then it's like she is like a little bit above shade. She goes like below the belt. It's worse than just, oh, I'm throwing a little shade, I'm saying a little something. But it's like she has no filter.
Kenny show shade at her when she told she gave them two nephews away, kicked them out the house. Do you think Kenny showed those?
Yeah, I do. I do think Candy. I think Candy did. I think she hit a sore spot.
Fire with fire did.
Yeah. I think she hit a sore spot for Marlo when she said that. And I do think that was kind of like, okay, in that moment. But I got where Candy was coming from, because I really didn't understand why Marlo was going that hard on Drew's husband for not wanting to adopt the son. And I understood why he didn't want to adopt the son, because if the father is going to contest or the father is in a disagreement with it, why would you want to proceed and have to fight against the actual father for parental rights? I get what he was saying.
But at the same time, isn't that, to me, that is Drew's fault.
Yeah,
bring it up to the ladies, because at the end of the day, if the man is already playing a father to my child, why do he need a piece of paper?
Exactly.
The father, is he the father? He there every day. That little boy, mom, daddy ain't there every day. He ain't taking them to school. He ain't helping feed them. He ain't helping clothe them. So what is it's only a damn piece of paper. What do you need that piece of paper for?
What does she need it for? I'm not understanding.
My thing is, let it happen naturally. If your son comes to you, your husband comes to you and say, we want to do this, don't force it, because when you force it, what if y'all break up?
Yeah. But then when Marlo was going so hard on him for not doing it, I was like, what is her issue? If anybody should understand that whole situation because of everything she going through with her nephew. And then Candy just said it. Like, wait, why? And I think that triggered something. Then you let your mama do this to your husband. Why? is she bringing up her and her husband? If you have something to say about Candy, go ahead and talk about Candy. I just think she goes too low.
It was something that Marlo said, and I thought about it. I still think she got abandonment issues when it comes to her mother because she was in foster
She
care.
does.
So maybe Marlo was projecting, saying that the little boy's gonna have abandonment issues and telling the man to go ahead and do it. So maybe I'm just saying maybe that's why Marlo was supporting the issue about him and adopted. I mean, that's a sensitive topic to somebody who's in foster care and thinking that you're gonna abandon them. And so I could understand where she was coming from. Maybe the method, maybe the way she did it was not right, and that's what I'm gonna say. Hold on 1 minute.
Well, Erica, here's Erica. She said Marlo does say unacceptable things. Kenya is hella nice, nasty. Yes, Kenya is nice, nasty. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying Kenya is a saint, but Marlo, she Lord. When someone is a reflection of your trauma, you fight against them. That's true, and that's what Andrea is saying, that is a reflection of the trauma she suffered because she was in foster care, and she literally took that whole thing out on Drew's husband. I'm like, okay, he don't have to. He's taking care of
maybe
this boy.
If Drew wouldn't understand, I would put Marlo to the side and explain to Marlo, and Marlo could have told me how she felt, and we could have met in the middle and met the both sides, because what Drew was saying and what Marlo was saying was both right. They were just coming from a thing that it happened to Marlo, and Drew, with having her husband and not the father of her child help take care of her child, is something special. So right. I'm just saying they both could meet at the both in a meet in the middle and said this could be this right. Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, if they could have had that conversation, maybe it wouldn't have went so south. But because Candy, then she intervened, and Candy was kind of like, well, you got rid of your nephews. I think it was a low blow to Marlo, because Marlo was genuinely just projecting, I think, from feelings that she's had being abandoned in her past. And I think she felt like that's how Drew's son would feel when the husband decided not to, adopt him. And so I think she felt that.
Let the son decide if he wants to be adopted by
right.
Because my thing is, if the son said, look, I want to be adopted, I want to carry your last name, that's a rewarding thing, not force it on him.
Yeah.
I think he's like 7 or 8. Ask his opinion. He probably want to be involved in this situation. Not Drew pressure her husband, not her husband pressure the son. Let it happen gradually.
Yeah. I mean, I come from a blended family as well, but I just would never consider like someone adopting my children. But again, their father is active in their life, so I guess it's a different understanding for me. I'm not even, and my husband takes care of them like they're one of his own kids. But at the same time, like, I would never pressure him to adopt my children, or anything like that. And I mean, that would totally have to be like my kids come up to me out of the blue like, I want to be adopted, and then I would have to be like, talk to them seriously about that situation. I cannot imagine that.
I have 2 adopted children, and so they're 7, no, they're 8 and 9, and I got them. It was 5 and 3. That I would take that serious if I had a significant other. It would have to be, my kids want this, and I wouldn't force my husband to do it, because at the end of the day, I had these kids before you was in my life.
And I'm glad you shared that, because then that's a different perspective, especially since you know what it's like to have adopted children, and you understand the process and everything.
I understand, because when I adopted my children, the social worker asked my kids, do you want Andrea to be your mama? And they said yes.
Oh, right.
So,
that's right.
It's a different level to this. Okay, it's a different level.
At what age does the kids get to decide?
My son was in kindergarten and in first grade. I was a foster mom when he was 3 and she was 5 when I got them. And remember, we had COVID, and so we adopted them. It's been a year since they've been adopted. So
that's great.
So yeah.
Well,
So
congratulations to you. I'm so happy that happened. And we just gonna disagree about Marlo. Cause see,
yeah.
I don't fool with Marlo because she got too much mouth. I've been and had to pop her for real. We be fighting. Like I'm not playing with you because her
Oh,
mouth get real
got a little
disgusting.
fire. I know you got a little fire in your
Yeah,
well.
I pop like
Yo,
for real. I like yeah, ain't no forgiving you over no chicken. She'll never be able to talk to me, baby. I will, because she say some stuff that's dirty, like dirty. So
so,
the Brat and Judy, honey. I
yes. Oh,
know.
I love the Brett and Judy.
Yes.
This is the last episode was like a week ago,
Mhm.
and they found out they can both carry the baby. So and I really feel bad when one of the doctors told the Brett she couldn't carry the baby, and she was really upset about it. And I felt
Yeah.
so bad because Judy already got 3 kids. The Brett
Right.
don't have no kids, and so she wanted to experience that. And I thought how Judy was so compassion for her, how she was so loving and said it's okay, we're gonna see another doctor. And I just thought I love their relationship. But it's Judy's daughter who gets on my damn nerve. Okay, she just she irks my damn soul. She do.
Listen.
The daughter irks my soul because I feel like the daughter is a little lazy, and I felt like it was wrong for the daughter to come and say, "Well, mom, you wasn't there for me. Mom, you was doing this. But you got this fabulous life over here. I'm paying
Mm-hmm.
for all this shit. But if
Mm-hmm.
I didn't work my ass off to get where I'm at, you won't be able to get the shit you got." So Judy's daughter is a little lazy for me. I got a problem with it.
Judy's daughter is a true reflection of kids who don't really grow up or mature. Like
Mhm.
they stay stuck in 10-year-old bodies and mindsets or mentality. And you see it happen in real life too. You
Yeah.
see people who haven't healed from stuff that happened years ago that as an adult, like
Mhm.
I'm as a woman of my age, now I understand
Mhm.
why my mother did certain things and
Yes.
made certain
Yes.
moves, but I didn't understand it as a kid. But now that I have my own children and I'm an adult, like I can never hold on to anger about something because my mom had 2 jobs growing up. And
Mhm.
I never understood that. But now I'm like, she needed
But
2 damn jobs.
Judy's daughter got help. She stayed with her grandmama, number one. The grandmama helping her, and at the same time, is Judy's daughter is a mom herself, and
Right.
you won't get that your mom is sacrificing stuff that you gonna better yourself. I know your daughter got a trust fund already ready for her.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, for me, it's
You're
like the
not doing nothing.
entitlement. It's like she feels like her mom needs to just kind of get off her back and let her just move as a turtle, like the way she want to move,
No.
until she makes a decision about doing something with her life and actually having a productive life. Like, no, ain't
No.
nobody about to let you blame me and become a victim for some stuff that really
And
benefited
I and
you.
I I
Yeah,
believe I believe in real life, kids guilt their parents
they
when their
do.
parents are out here hustling, trying to get them a better life. All that. Oh, you didn't come to a football game, and your point is what?
Yeah.
These bills got to be paid. Last time I checked, ain't nobody feeding us. Gas don't run on air. Okay, so if Judy was out there doing the best she can to make sure her family was good, excuse me.
Yeah. I feel like she needs to be a little bit more grateful. I agree with Andrea on that because I feel like with Judy's daughter, I was kind of irritated. Like, okay, honey,
Judy's son just graduated from college. What is the daughter doing?
yeah.
What is
But,
she doing?
but
Because she's sitting down.
what I did like that in that moment. Judy was like, I remember the good things. I remember us going to get our nails done together, and I remember us having moments that were raw and were good. And she brought up good times. And then Judy's daughter even had to be like, yeah, that happened. And I'm like, why are you so stuck on this negative that she worked and you didn't have time with her, but you're not stuck on the stuff that she sacrificed and took time to do with you? She paid for you to go to nice schools and get education and all this other stuff. And I just feel like she was ungrateful in that moment.
Yes,
I couldn't get with it.
personally, I would do this if the store in New Orleans, I would get a manager and tell my daughter, this is what I'm going to do for you. You're gonna be assistant manager at this store. You're gonna work a full-time job, and when after the year is up and this manager has showed you everything in this business, I'm handing the keys over to you, and you're gonna fly, and I'm gonna say goodbye to you.
First of all, she don't want to work.
Yes, that's the problem.
She don't want to do that. She got her own goals that we ain't seen yet materialize, but she don't want to do whatever. Judy is willing to give her whatever she needs in order to be successful, but she don't want it. You have to want it for yourself.
Yes,
your mama can't do it for you.
But she's a mom herself, a young mom, just like her mom was. And you mean to tell me your mom is out here hustling and she don't move to Atlanta? She don't even live in New Orleans. And you mean to tell me you couldn't even come to this? Would make me mad because me personally, my name is Andrea Lynch. Mess with my motherfucking birthday, it's a motherfucking problem. You don't show up to my damn birthday and tell me you got some damn excuse. Oh, I might even talk to you for a whole damn year. I don't care if you're my daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And so I was like, you're a little ungrateful when the brat is giving you a mother a party and you don't even show up.
Right.
Really?
Now let me say this about Debrat, because you know she's from Chicago, so you know I love me some Debrat, and I really like her show. I really like this show, but if they do that whiny ass voice one more time, I know you don't mind it.
Beautiful. I like that. Oh my God, I love it. Beautiful.
And then Brad be like, yeah, Judy. Oh, Judy. I'm like, girl, listen, I be ready to go off. Like, if y'all don't stop that, I don't understand. Do they think that's cute? That is not cute, Judy and Brad. Stop it. I do not want to see that.
I think it's so cute.
No, Brad acts like a little brat, and Judy spoil her. Judy's older than her.
Ain't Judy's older than her?
Yeah, and she spoils Brat to death. Now wonder that woman love her because Brat don't have to think for herself. Judy is like,
Judy be
she got her. She got her covered. She thinks about every angle.
Isn't that what we want to?
Yeah.
We want a man to have our back like Judy has the Brat back.
And got the Brat back.
Out here saying my wife is putting her own independent out. I'm gonna make sure she had a dope video. She gonna lose some weight. We gonna get it. We gonna have it popping. It's a wonderful thing. Come on now. And then we want black love. We say we want that, but I'm like, yes.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I think overall, like you said, the Brat and Judy, it ended its season, but it really ended on a good note. They're coming back for season 3, y'all, and I think that's going to be good. And I think we're going to get to see the pregnancy journey, so that is even more exciting. Because if Brat actually have a baby, I cannot wait to see this.
Ain't nothing get out of my cuckoo.
He was like, oh, can you give me a smaller one? They was like, no. She can't even, she don't understand. So we gonna see.
Brat is a beautiful woman. She just wear all them damn bigger clothes. You don't know,
she
know her size because she wear them big clothes.
But she's very pretty.
For the wedding, she's very a beautiful woman. Her hair was all beautiful.
Yeah,
she had a pantsuit on.
Here you go with that damn beautiful word. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, I hate the way they say that. I hate everything about their little baby talk. I can't, y'all. I can't. Now that's one thing about that show.
Your husband, girl. You don't have a nickname for your husband. Girl,
I hope I do not be like, hey, baby. Hi, beautiful. Hi, husband. I hope I don't do that shit because I swear my husband probably be like, what the hell is wrong with you? I feel like he'll be like, girl, shut up. like stop. So, well, girl.
We all have nicknames for our significant other. Come on.
Yes, I know. I got my nickname.
We got boo. We got babe. We got nicknames for the person we love it. Okay, come on now.
Me and my husband got nicknames too. We don't share it with people, but we got our nicknames. But it's just like I don't know if I talk the baby talk like, "Hi, baby." Oh, my honey bunny.
I really think it's a show of refreshing.
Yeah.
It's women who are struggling with fertility. That's a real issue.
Yeah,
so I'm glad that even a gay woman, the Brat was like heartbreaking because she thought she couldn't carry the baby. So I thought that was a good insight in the story and the insight of the relationship and how they met and blah blah blah. I loved it. I watched.
I really liked that show too. I really liked it. Every season is really good. And you would think like, I don't even know if I'm like, I don't know. I always watch to see if I'm gonna even like it a little bit, but I liked it.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think I was gonna like it at the first beginning. I was like, But damn, it was something about Judy and Brad, how they opened up about their struggle, how she even opened up when her and Judy started dating, that her team was like, don't hold her hand, don't let nobody know y'all in a relationship. So for her to be open now, and for her to be out there and saying, look, this is my love. I'm in my 40s. I'm ready to be me. I'm ready to be my true authentic self. I'm going to celebrate that.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Erica said her and her husband, they have names as well, but they don't do that baby talk. See, I told you, don't nobody do that baby talk, Andrea. That's just Judy and DeBrat now with that little baby talk.
If I'm loving somebody, he might hear some baby talk from me.
All right, well, Andrea does baby talk, y'all. Just FYI, she does the baby talk, okay?
All right. If I'm loving him and he loves me right, he might get
He gonna be like, hi, pony booty, my little kitty booty. That's so funny to me. I can't do it. I can't even play around because I don't do that. So, Married to Medicine.
Married to Medicine. Okay, so Married to Medicine, it was told that Toya told Eugene had a small penis.
Okay, she didn't say he had a small, but what she said was
what she said.
She said that she was shocked that their penises didn't grow after you got married. She said that's what she was saying. And I think she was trying to make a joke that didn't land. And it also made Eugene look like he had a small winker.
Only Toya would say some stupid shit like that. Okay, I'll just say it. Well, she drunk when she said it.
Now, when Eugene see that scene, he is going to be embarrassed because she literally did. She didn't say it, but she said it. She said his penis was little. I don't know if she don't understand that, but what you said indicated that you are unhappy with the size of your man's. And everybody was like,
thank you. If
like,
you
what?
I'm taking that ticket to the grave. I ain't let nobody know that.
You don't tell nobody that because you married the man with the size that he had. You knew what it was.
Y'all had two sons, didn't y'all? I'm confused. He making some babies.
He's doing enough to get you. Okay. I mean, I don't understand. Why would you say something like that in a group?
She on camera, so everybody named Mama can see that.
Everybody was like, Dr. Heavenly ate that up. She was like, oh, now she gonna call a man. I mean, because she said some things about Eugene in the past.
It's some things that personally, if I was married, I would keep privately between me and my husband, because it's one thing that my husband is a good provider, a good man to me and our children. I don't want to damage him or his reputation. And plus, Eugene is a doctor.
Yeah.
So if you say something about him in a way that he is a doctor, it's like, come on, man. I gotta protect our bag. So I can't be saying dumb shit, because that's some dumb shit right there that she said.
But here's the thing with Toya. When she starts to drink and she get all loose at the mouth and she say stuff, and I don't think she really understood what she was saying in that moment. I think she was just being funny or trying to be funny on a girls trip. But it was really offensive to Eugene. Like, I believe he's going to be offended by that. Yes. And I think he ain't going to like it. I'm curious as to what he going to say in the reunion. Like, is he going to come out?
I can't wait for the reunion, because I really want to know how he felt, and how I hope Andy asks him. I might write it in and ask Andy to ask him that question.
Yes. Okay? Now that's what I'm like, I need to add Andy, like, you need to ask Eugene, why the hell? And I'm sure it's gonna come up though, because I mean, there's no way Andy gonna let her get away with saying that and just letting that slide. But I mean, I thought it was in poor taste for sure with Toya, and I'm usually Toya and Eugene. I'll be trying to have a back, but I was like, wait, what? What?
Yes. I felt bad for Eugene, because that's something I just wouldn't tell nobody. Even if I felt that, I would probably tell one of my closest girlfriends, but she would take that shit to the grave.
Yes.
She would never tell nobody. Chef, how you doing? She would never tell nobody. And I personally feel like, who says their husband got a small penis when he's a doctor?
I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she's thinking.
Like, do you want all the men on the golf course laughing at Eugene?
You know, Toya, you know how she is. But hey, she said it. It's over. They still together. I don't know how Eugene reacted to that, but I'm curious to see what he have to say about his wife and what she said. Because I do think he gonna have an opinion about that one. I think he's
I
gonna.
want to know what his opinion. I want to know his opinion. But how do you feel about Dr. Heavily apologizing to Contessa?
Contessa. I think that she needs to apologize. I do think she said some things that's very hurtful, especially if you consider someone a friend. I think that she does go below the belt and she does say some hurtful things about all of them and their marriages and relationships.
Okay,
And
so
I do not know if her apology is truly genuine, but I do think she truly wants to move on and like get back to a good place with the girls. I do think that.
okay, so to me personally, the person I don't like this season is Simone. I feel like
Mm.
Simone had a problem with when Simone and Dr. Jackie fell out. Dr. Heavenly when Dr. Jackie was tight. So
Yeah.
I feel like Simone is being a bitch this season, straight up being a bitch.
Oh, wow.
She's being a straight up mean girl because she got some issues for Dr. Heavenly because Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie was friends when Simone and Dr. Jackie weren't friends. And I feel like Simone has some underlying issues with Dr. Heavenly, and when they had the vision, she was ready to pounce on Dr. Heavenly. And to me, she just pulled her to the side and said, "Look, I got a problem with you."
That was the saddest season when they stopped being friends, though.
Yes.
I hated Dr. Jackie and Simone.
She's taking it out on Dr. Heavenly this season when all the other women are ganging up on Dr. Heavenly, and I don't fucking like that shit.
Yeah,
I don't like it on bit because
Dr. Heavenly, her little mouth though, she gonna have to control that mouth of hers.
At the end of the day, she's from Florida. She used to be a fat girl. Okay,
I don't give a damn where you from. You better keep your marriage and name out your mouth, child.
If you go tell me about your marriage and you're gonna keep talking about Scott and saying he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. Yeah. As your friend, I'm trying to help you because I'm sick of talking about your marriage.
But don't get on there and bash my husband because I'm still married and I got 3 kids by him.
Okay, but so Contessa didn't take responsibility for that because she chose to get on Dr. Heavenly YouTube channel and talk about her husband. She should have kept that privately.
No, that stuff that Heavenly was saying, she was saying that on her own with her little ignorant self. She ain't right.
So is Scott passive aggressive? Yes, he is. Is Scott a little hateful and dismissive? Yes, he is. Is Scott could be an asshole? Yes.
He is not abusive though. That is wrong.
No, I never said he was abusive.
But that is what Heavenly said.
Well,
that's what Heavenly said.
I didn't say he was abusive.
But Heavenly is wrong for calling him abusive because he is not abusive.
No, I don't think he's abusive.
Yeah.
But do he have passive aggressive behavior? Yes, he do. If he dismisses sometimes, yes, he do. But who can blame Scott for all that shit? Because his damn wife is a little cuckoo from the Cocoa Puffs. Because she too damn.
You always go in on Contessa. I love me some Contessa. She tried to find herself, baby, at 40, and she can't find herself. I'm okay with that. Let her find herself, okay?
Find herself. Okay, but okay, you can. I'm all for women finding themselves, but at the same time, is you got a husband and 3 kids. Sister, what you gonna do? Just let me know what you gonna do, because her husband is confused his damn self.
He don't know what she a doctor. She a doctor. She lift weights. Bodybuilder. She sings. She dances.
Is confused.
So let's talk about Married at First Sight. Now, I want to talk about Married at First Sight because there has been this controversial issue with Alexis and Justin. Now, he is very tall. They are one of the Black couples that are on the show. And it is become a really big thing about their dogs. Their dogs met for the first time when they moved into their apartments. Their dogs met. His dog had a history of aggressive behavior. She did not know about it. They both are very loving dog people. And so her dog was kind of walking around, getting to know the place, and his dog just charged her dog and took his eye out, and his eye is all jacked up. Whatever the case may be, they decided, because she knows he's a dog lover. She's a dog lover. She didn't want him to just get rid of his dog. He decided to put his dog in training camp for a couple weeks to help with the aggressive behavior, etc. And it's just been challenge
Wait,
after
wait,
challenge.
I'm confused. Did you say that his dog took her dog eye out?
Not all the way, but just he damaged the eye really badly, and they had to repair it. He got a little, he got the little thing around his neck to keep him from
How long
doing
did she
whatever.
have this dog? How long she had this dog?
Mr. Newton is around. She loves that dog. So here's Alexis and Justin right here. And you see Mr. Newton, you see he got the little thing around his head, because his dog attacked her dog. You see, and she loves her dog. When I tell you it's like a child to her, and his dog is the same to him. But there has been some controversy about the way she's addressed him and the way she's speaking to him. People see it as controlling, condescending. People don't really appreciate her tone with him. But then on the other side, people understand why she's being aggressive, because he is very manipulative and he's been keeping information from her, and he's not really forthcoming about stuff. And he tried to downplay his dog attacking.
You think that this is married first sight, is that right? I'm making sure.
Yes, this is married at first sight.
First sight. If you get married and you don't be honest about something small, you lie about something big,
That's
and
right.
knowing that your dog is aggressive dog, and you didn't have enough as your wife to tell me, I got a problem. It might be divorce. It might be the divorce.
Yes. I mean, and she's
my damn dog
she's
too.
really pissed. And so then she was like, I need a break from you because of this. And then he was supposed to watch her dog for 1 or 2 days, and the dog wouldn't eat, and the dog was coughing up blood, and he didn't tell her. And so when she came back, he was like, the dog haven't ate for a couple days. And she was like, what? My dog haven't ate for a couple days? Why haven't you told me? And so he withheld that information from her. And so it was just like, so she's really just kind of been like, really having a problem with him.
What I see is a lack of communication.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a lack of my dog. If I met you and I've been with my dog for at least 5 or 6 years, and my dog is like my baby, and that's important to you. As my husband, you don't tell me that my dog is not eating. I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Something about him.
And that's my position. I'm like, she got every right to be upset with him.
Yes.
But
you better be glad I didn't put your dog down. How about that?
One thing about him, he's a crier. He cries a lot. He cries a lot. He's a very sensitive man. And it's nothing wrong with a man crying, but he's almost borderline depressed to me. I feel like his crying is abnormal. I've never seen someone cry about the things he cries about. It's really odd to me. He cried about another relationship that was going badly within the Married at First Sight group. He's very sensitive. You see, he's crying in this video. He's a crier.
It looked like, to me, like she's a little aggressive. So they put them two together and they thought it was gonna work.
You know they messy. They messy.
Okay, they put these two together and thought it was gonna work.
Why did they do that? And so I'm like, come on now. I mean, and Alexis and Justin, they was all big-headed, and they thought they was just doing so good until this whole dog situation happened. And then it blew up, and now she didn't flipped on Justin. She don't want to have nothing to do with him. And so I think that they should have been a little bit more humble, because first of all, y'all only been married for a week. Y'all don't need to come in there like y'all experts and telling all the other couples what they should be doing. And now y'all got the biggest problems when y'all married. So that's been something else with Married at First Sight, but it's getting good. It's coming into they just moved into the apartments together. And so they all saw how each other lived. Okay. One of the couples had a nasty, I'm talking about this man's house was disgusting. When I tell you, I don't know how he's bathing in that dirty tub and how he eating on that stove when it's food and crust all on the stove. It was the nastiest house I had ever seen. So I'm just like, how is these couples going to do? So they kind of they're in their space now. They live together. They're trying to coexist. So it's moving into that direction. So this is when it get good to me. I don't really like the whole marriage and all that stuff. I like when they start moving together and then they start getting into all these, issues and trying to figure out their marriage and their life. So y'all tune into that. Y'all gotta see.
I can't get over the dog. Little boy. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. If I was married, I'll be getting divorced from him.
Yes.
I'm
I mean,
just
I think she's halfway out that door because I feel like she's like, how do I know your dog not gonna attack me? You know
yes,
what I'm saying?
yes. And
She's
I
in that
think
place.
that if we just getting married and you can't be honest about your dog being aggressive, what else you hiding?
Right.
Because my
Exactly.
mind saying, what else are you not telling me? What's the real deal is? What else are you not being honest with me about? So now I ain't feeling you.
That's right. And that's how I think that's where she's coming
That's why
from
you
with
see
it.
her look like an angry black woman.
Yes, that's where she's coming from with it. And
Yeah.
then we got 90 Day Fiancé. Oh my goodness. So 90 Day Fiancé just wrapped up. They had their tell-alls. So they do two tell-alls. Typically they'll do one in a part one and a part two. And so the tell-all was interesting. It was a very good tell-all.
Okay.
Everybody had a lot of talk about Jabri, who was actually on the cover of the 90 Day Fiancé photo that you all just seen. He came in the tell-all as if he was an expert in all the relationships, telling everybody what to do when he himself had issues in his marriage to the woman he married. She lived in another country, so he brought her to America.
Are
And
they
his
still together?
mother
Are they still
his
together?
mother and his father did not come to the wedding because he planned the wedding last minute. He begged them to come. He really wanted them there. His grandmother, she did attend. But Jabri, he had a lot of issues within his marriage. But then he came on the platform at the tell-all criticizing everybody in their marriage. And I'm like, he
Really?
was, I mean, people was really going in on him. Like, who do you think you are? Calling him Sparkles because he had on this real sparkly outfit. He's very, animated in the way he dressed, the way he acts, etc. But this season of 90 Day Fiance, two of the couples are pregnant. And all of the couples got married. Now we don't know how it's going to end and what's going on, but there is drama with one of the couples already where the woman Eve, she was older. She married Muhammad, who was much younger. He's
Okay.
texting women, telling women that as soon as he get his green card, he gonna leave her. And he's just been trying to pursue other relationships. She caught him cheating. So then he called the police on her and claimed that she had been abusing him. There was domestic violence. And
She
so
called the police on her husband.
he called the police on her.
Oh, he called the police on her.
Yes, he called the police on her. So he's cheating. He got caught cheating, and then he want to call the police on her. A lot of people say that he's setting her up and he's trying to get. So here's a little of the text messages that were revealed. He was texting this woman the entire time, telling her that he can't wait to be with her. There's Eve. She's older, but she's very attractive. She's an attractive woman, and he married her. He's Muslim, of course,
Okay.
but he's really just kind of showing that he married her just for a green card. He really just wanted to get in this country, and now that he's here, he's ready to leave her and get with somebody that he really want to be with. He clearly don't want to be with Eve. And I don't think that is realistic for him to be with Eve in the first place because she's 50. He does want another child. He want a child.
Oh, how old is he then?
He's young. I think he's 20 something.
Oh, and
Almost
Eve is
30.
50? And Eve, the lady is 50? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she talking about having another child. I'm like, when, honey? I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? You Janet Jackson? I don't know. Unless they do it right. I don't even know how that's gonna work. But this is what she says. She want to have another child. But he definitely wants kids. I mean, he's young still. She was his first, because he hadn't had sex before he met Eve. And
Okay.
so it's a lot going on with this 90 Day Fiance season. But the tell all already happened, so the season's already over.
Okay.
However, the couples went through a lot. There's been some issues going on. That couple now has some issues. There was also like Bilal and Shahida, and a lot of people thought Bilal was a little bit controlling, and he he was a little bit controlling, but Shahida was able to stand up for herself, in my opinion. She's from Trinidad.
Okay.
She came here, but he put her through a lot of tests.
Okay.
He put her through a lot of tests to make sure she wasn't with him because he had money.
Okay.
So when he brought her to the country, he
Mhm.
moved her into a house that wasn't really his house. It was like a
Okay.
fake house, but the house was falling apart. He wanted to see how she would react if that was truly his
So you move
home.
me into that. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. You move me into a house that's falling apart and knowing this shit ain't working. Okay.
And then she reacted just like that. Like, what
Okay.
the hell? You got me in this house. The roof is falling in. I can't believe you live like this. She was really shocked that he lived like that. And so
Is
it
why you
became,
test me if I'm being with you, say I love you. Why you testing me over something that's gonna probably piss the hell out, have me piss the hell off, but I ain't gonna like it, and I might just leave your ass.
she was so turned off. And I mean, he really played the role. They stayed there overnight and everything. And then the next day, he ended up bringing her to his real home and kind of exposing that it was a prank and everything. But he didn't really appreciate the way she responded to the prank because he really wanted her
Well,
to just be
I
open.
wouldn't appreciate you taking me to a house that's falling down either.
That's
How
right.
about that? And you want me to be like, oh, this is cute. Now, hell no, this ain't cute.
But he is really rich, like wealthy. Like he has a really
Okay,
nice
okay,
home.
but if you take me to a house that's falling down, look like leaky roof and shit like that, what makes me think I'm gonna? What I'm thinking, okay, then what the hell I'm with you for? Then we live in a
Yeah.
house that's falling down. We live in a house that's don't it's leaking roof. Why I'm here? I
Yeah, she was from Trinidad, but she had expectations and standards.
yes,
She still wanted to live a certain way, and he brought her here, and she thought that he was poor. She thought he was really poor, and she thought they were struggling.
but the
And
thing
so yeah.
is so you giving me you giving me false protection on who you are and
Yep.
what you got, and then you want me to love you, and we in this house is falling down.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he was doing. And I think it was
That
everybody
was that fair to her? No,
right.
you don't be.
Everybody called him out for that.
I took you to Trinidad and took you to a village with no running water, no AC. You'll be probably mad.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But the thing with that show is a lot of the women, especially the women who are married to like African men or minority men, they tend to overpower and really try to dominate them and tell them what to do, how to be. And I know they got called out a lot on this season for doing that.
Mhm.
And the men always say, "Oh, black women, this, that, and the third." No, these was not black women. These were women of other races who was completely controlling these other men and telling them what to do. So, when people say that, I'm like, is it really just black women, or is it women in America in general who really just had this tendency to kind of, control or take control of situations and relationships, especially when they are the breadwinner? Because, when the men come in from another country, they can't work for at least a year, almost 6 months. So
Mhm.
they really are dependent on their spouse or whoever their sponsor is until they can get their green card or a work permit. And so that whole dynamic, you can see it was two women who were really aggressive toward the men, and the men, and people had a lot to say about the way they treated their partners in that season. So 90 Day Fiance, they had a lot of drama. Even in Muhammad, they got this cheating scandal going on, but it was a lot going on with 90 Day Fiance. And it's a tell-all. You gotta watch it though, because it was a lot this season. It was a lot. Do you watch 90 Day Fiance?
No, I'm
You
not.
don't watch
No.
that?
I'm not gonna watch. I don't watch stuff like that. It's just something I have ADHD. I must be honest. I gotta watch something that's gonna hold my attention. If I give you 15 minutes and they don't hold my attention, I'm click.
what
Sorry.
what don't hold your attention about it? Because I feel like it got
That is boring to me.
it's
I watch most of my like come September, I have scripted shows that I definitely watch. I watch Chicago Fire, Chicago Med.
You like those?
Yeah, I watched The Mayans. I watched Queen Latifah's new show, The Equalizer. I watch scripted shows.
You like scripted shows?
I watch stuff like that. So I watch stuff that's sporadic and stuff like that. So
I watch scripted. I watch reality. But I watch more reality than scripted. But my husband's a scripted show person, so he'll be like, "Let's watch this." So I'll watch it with him. Yeah. But if I suggest a show, it's more than likely gonna be a reality TV show.
You know what? I actually. I'm a little different when it comes to stuff like that. So I watched The Mayans, and they're on their 4th season. It's like a Mexican motorcycle game, and I like stuff like that. I'm like.
Okay,
I like stuff like that.
That sounds like something he'll like too. Yes, I ain't gonna tell him about it because I don't want to watch
on Netflix. Okay, this is their 4th season. It's about a Mayans Mexican motorcycle game. So I watched that, but I love stuff like that.
You like that type of stuff. Okay, so you watch. Yeah, that's the type of stuff he would want to watch. I don't like that.
in between football and basketball and all the other sports too.
Now I'm about to go back upstairs and watch the rest of Selling the OC because I gotta see how this ends, girl, because there's a lot of drama going on with them. But we have wrapped this show up, y'all. We have wrapped this show up. We really wanted y'all to just know what's out there, what we watch in the world. And y'all need to tune in and make sure y'all give us some feedback and come back.
Let us know what y'all watching.
Yeah, we want to know what y'all watching because we check it out. Like, especially me, I'll watch it now and tell y'all how I feel about it. But we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.